We almost had a smooth intro there. It was almost we're almost there. So I'm trying something new tonight, so I gotta get my IG to stop acting a fool. Nope, it's just gonna act a fool. So here we go. All right. So we in here. Coffee Grind Live. Got one person viewing. Yay. So tonight is Easter. So what we've got going on tonight is it's been forever. This person is finally decided to get on the show. This is like one of the people that there are like three people that I'm going to message or talk to throughout the day continually. And at least once throughout the day we'll have a conversation with. And yeah, finally on the show. So met Miss Angela Peel. Met her about 7-8 years ago, and we have worked together before as well as collaborated together. Let me just bring her on in here. Come on in. Let me add you to the stream. There you go. Boom. Angela Peel, everybody. I don't have my same setup, so I got to give you a manual applause. I don't have an applause.
Wait, you had a recorded one?
I had a recorded one, and now I no longer have that. So I don't have that same setup anymore. But
oh well.
Yeah, you get
this is guerrilla style.
You get that. So welcome to the stream. Welcome to Coffee Grind.
Thank you.
I figured this would never go happen, so I was like, all right, well, hey, here we go. Like this ain't gonna happen. So when I finally looked at my email and I saw that you booked, I was like, what the hell is happening here? What's going on here?
Right, because I was like, I sent you the video and I thought you'd pick up a clue that I had just gone and done it and booked the thing.
Right. No. And then I don't have I don't have my email push notifications. And so I was like, let me just look at my oh shit, it's happening. This is happening. Everybody is happening.
It's happening.
So anyways, yeah, this is the foolery. This is gonna be very similar to There Goes Jay conversation because the foolery is the foolery is the foolery. So let me take a sip of my coffee here. Let me.
You're actually drinking coffee?
It's Coffee Grind. It's Coffee Grind.
I didn't know I was supposed to show up with coffee at like 4 p.m. Hold on.
Coffee anytime.
Take a hit of the moon water.
we already going there. Okay, got it.
Oh, that was bad. I totally just dropped that. Hang on.
No, you're good. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm live on Instagram without being live. It's showing me as live, but
is it?
Yeah, I have no idea how to end the live once we're finished with live. So hey, it is what it is.
Do you just hang it up like a telephone call?
No, it's I guess once I hit end live, it's gonna end. I don't know. Yeah, okay. So IG, if y'all are there and watching us, I don't think I can get your comments. So everybody come on, migrate over to YouTube.
You are live. You are live on Insta because I just swiped down.
Yep. So everybody on Instagram, come on over to YouTube so you can comment. If you're in here, you're in Instagram, I can't see what's going on because it reverbs and it's something I gotta figure out. Anyways,
Anyway,
let's get into the conversation. So
what you want to know?
I don't know, man. We I know we were chatting before trying to figure out like how are we gonna start this? Where is this gonna go? You know what I do want to start. So we met each other through a agency that we worked at. I will not give them any clout. So we met each other through an agency that we worked at. And yeah, so after that, so things happened with that agency. Uh I left, you left. So let's talk about but you left and pursued other opportunities that were not like set in stone. Let's chat about that
Oh,
real quick. Let's go there. Let's go there.
all right, let's go there. So, let's see. What was it? The Chicago office shut down of Company A. Hold on, I'm
Right.
putting my earbud in so I'm not like hollering this whole time. Yeah, I just went back home. I took it as a sign. Like, I worked for this company in an office in Florida. That office got closed down for, business reasons, whatever, layoffs, whatever. And they had a spot here in Chicago, which is my hometown. So I took it. And then when that office shut down, I said, all right, this is my sign. Fine, fine, fine. I'll go back to entertainment, you guys. So as the Chicago office was closing down with this company, I was auditioning for an acting agency here in Chicago.
Yep.
Great talent group.
Yep.
And they thought I was a talented. They thought they believed in my talented. So, but seriously, acting auditions, I still don't really consider myself an actor. I just do acting things sometimes when I audition well. I can't even call it full time. No, I can call it full time because it's basically what I do. But it was more of a homegoing because there was the option. Remember, they wanted me to go. They were like, "Well,
Oh,
you
I
can go to
remember.
Baltimore," and I had just come back home to Chicago for the Chicago office, and I was like, I cannot move again. So
Right.
that was the kick from the universe because I hadn't done anything in entertainment for about a decade before the right now, the last 6-7 years or so, I think, because I
Mm-hmm.
went back to acting and music in 2017. So my math
Yep.
is probably not mathing, but I've been back to it for a minute after being gone for an equal minute, essentially.
Right. And I'm glad that you talked about the whole Baltimore thing because that's kind of where I want to go with. So like that's pretty ballsy to like because you were offered something full time. It's going to continue kind of your way of living and with the income and everything that'll continue if you stay.
Mm-hmm.
But you decided to go off into the yonder.
Pivot. Wait, where are my
So
hands?
yeah.
Yeah, let me put
So
it. Put
so
the
like
right.
how that had to be nerve wracking. And I'm saying this, I'm trying to, give people because I was there for it. So I'm trying to
Yeah,
give
right.
people
Read my palm.
like
Read my palm.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, so how nerve wracking was that though?
Oh God, as nerve wracking as a lot of the things I currently do,
Okay.
namely this little coffee grind. Like, it's a lot for me to like get in front. If I'm not singing or performing in front of people, I'm one of those weirdos that I'm not too great with people up close. Like, so, so to answer your question, most things for me are nerve wracking because I'm kind of a hermit. But yes, very much nerve wracking. I was way out of practice. I had not done a vocal scale in years prior to, you know what I'm saying? Because I've
Hmm.
studied classical voice, and I just wasn't in the swing of any of my craft with music or performance. when I auditioned for the agency. But you just gotta go. Sometimes you just gotta go for stuff. What's the worst? And I did it within a span of time after the Chicago office closed, so that if it didn't work out, there was still kind of that window of time where they even offered to give me notices, like letters of recommendation, to go get another corporate job,
Yep.
if I didn't accept Baltimore. So I did the audition for the acting within the span of time that I could have still benefited from that note letter of recommendation, but acting worked out. And there I went on lots of auditions, some of a type that I'd never done before. Um, I've lived in front of a microphone, as far as like being in a recording studio or one in my hand, since I was little. Oh, where's my hands? Little. Um,
Where's my hands?
but I fall out of frame.
I don't know what to do with
But
my hands.
I never know what to do with my hands. But I just kind of went for it, and I relearned my craft as I went. I didn't hop into classes to refresh first. I just took what I'd always known my talents to be and just
Yep.
slathered them onto a buffet for this agency and in every audition. Um, and I have been there and doing this ever since, along with other things.
Right. I know we're going to get into all that before before this time is up. So we got
I
time.
mean, my
But
my backdrop is basically tarot decks.
exactly. So we're going to get into that. Let's but hold on. Let me take a step back for those of
Okay.
y'all that might not know the name, see the name, connect the name. So let's run down the resume a little bit. Let's run down the
Oh,
resume.
Jesus. Okay.
So there's this little show. It's not that big, but it's a little show. It's called I think American Idol
Oh.
that that you were a part of. So we got that.
Season 1. Yep.
There's another little show. It's not that big either. Um, it's called The Lion King on is it on Broadway maybe or something like that?
It
It
was
was
it I mean, it's in like 80 different places at this point, but it was the
right.
Broadway national tour.
Oh, so it's Broadway, yeah. So you were on Broadway.
It was a Broadway national tour.
Right.
But for
Right,
me,
exactly.
that's different from being on Broadway. Like you're there.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is when you give people flowers and they don't know how to accept them. So this is what
Oh, thank you.
this
Thank you.
is what
You're
happened.
right
But
though.
anyway,
I am bad at that. I ain't
so
gonna lie about it.
so we've got American Idol, we've got Broadway or Broadway tour with with the Lion King. We've got so you know what? I'm not gonna go into the rest of it because I'm gonna run down the resume after you went to Great Talent. But I know we're gonna talk about we'll talk about some of that stuff. And I know this is definitely gonna be more than 30 minutes because we're already
Oh
15
God.
minutes into it. So you've had some singing, dancing, acting experience. Just a smidget
Just
before
smidget.
before jumping into it. But no, you've always been on the in one shape or form an artist and on the artist scene. So
Yeah. Yeah. From I mean, listen, from my very first Mariah Carey album, that was where I decided this is what I'm doing with singing. Acting just kind of fell upon me at one point. I've
yep.
never taken like dedicated acting classes, but I have uh, very much studied for years vocal training. So, because I'm just like, I'm a singer and that's it. But no, universe says, no, that is not it. You will do many things. So I've had to do many things in the entertainment industry. Um, so yeah.
So you had all that stacked up, and then you decided to go ahead and do it
Yes.
full time.
Yes. It was a process though, you know. Auditions just kind of trickle in, and then the bookings trickle in. It's a
Yeah.
ebb and flow to it. So I was definitely Uber Eats driver girl. What was the other one? What was the other one?
Am-
Amazon
Amazon
Flex
Flex. Yep.
delivery girl, and then doing auditions, and hustle, grind, hustle some more. Um, well before I was in a position where I was able to solely live off of bookings from acting work.
Right. And then so left I almost said the name. Left the company. Almost said the name of the company. Left, we're gonna call it Company M. Left Company M. We said a little bit of the name. Went to go do that in full time. Had to grind out to make sure that because we all like to eat and be able to to afford to eat and stuff.
Food is great.
Food is important. um,
Oh
but then you started booking some stuff, and and I'm gonna see if you're gonna do this yourself. But let's talk about some of the stuff you've been on. And I promise you, there's a
God.
point to this stuff. We're going down a path. We're getting there.
Okay. I'm remembering back to them. So I was able to appear on Chicago Fire at one point. I got to die on TV. That was awesome.
Yep.
Um, what was after that? I guess I can't go in order. The Killing of Kenneth Chamberlain, which was based on a true story of a retired Marine in White Plains, New York, that accidentally tripped his medical alert device and turned into a police respond, which turned into him ending up dead by the end of that wee early morning. So I did that film because Kenneth Chamberlain Jr. is still to this day seeking justice for what happened to his dad.
Right.
So that became a film, and we were lucky enough to it went to the Austin Film Festival, and then some other people picked it up, and I got the unbelievable blessing to the year I turned 40. I don't care about aging myself, honey, please. I think it was the year that I was about to turn 40 that I got to see myself in a film in an actual movie theater, which was just insane, surreal, humbling, and that was for a cause, so it was super awesome. There's a couple of other things that I have in the works right now, most of which I can't talk about.
Yeah, there's some stuff we gotta about to say. I know there's stuff you can't talk about, but hey, let's what is it? Empire? Is that what
Oh yeah, I did Empire. That was super fun. What else did I
what is that?
do? They rebooted the 4400. Like it's a sci-fi TV
Yep,
show
that's right.
from rebooted that one, so I got to be probably the most fun character I've gotten to play since this whole life of booking TV, film, and all that other jazz. Auntie Cha Cha. Auntie Cha Cha. It's the funnest I ever got to look in a role.
Yep.
And it is definitely the most fun I've gotten to have in a role because they let us improv quite a lot.
Oh yeah?
Yes. And I got Lee Presto and nails and everything. I swear to God, they pressed nails onto me. And I didn't know what to do with my hands again.
Like I don't know what to do with my hands.
I
Um,
never know what to do with my hands.
so and I promise you this is going somewhere. We're
Hey,
being
you're
guided. This is going
Oprah.
somewhere.
You're the Oprah here.
Uh, Need that Oprah money. Anybody watching this on YouTube that has connections to own
Oh my
studio,
God.
need that Oprah money. Even Tyler
Oh
Perry studio.
Jesus.
Either one of them. I don't know. Uh, without the backlash. So
Clownery.
so yeah,
Clownery.
so you went
Oh.
so left there, went in, boom, got some bookings, and like I said, there's stuff no we can't talk about right now, but there's other stuff that's in the works too that you're working on too. So
Yeah.
guess where I'm going with this is divine timing. So let's just let, let's talk a little bit about the divine timing.
Hey,
It is
I mean,
it is Easter. I don't have my handkerchief, but let's
oh
talk a little
no,
bit
not the Benny Hinn,
about the divine timing.
the anointing, divine timing. Boy, that stuff right there.
Because everything just kind of connected the way it was supposed to connect, how it was supposed to connect, when it was supposed to connect. And I'm gonna shut up and let you talk. Go ahead. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I mean, what shall I offer on crazy things like divine timing other than the fact that there's nothing any of us can do about it in this life besides learn the lesson of patience because that's your only friend when it comes to divine timing. Um, but as far as the irony, I'll just say irony because it's a word that I can attach to my circumstances of being in a corporate job in South Florida, but a native Chicagoan. That office closes, an office in my hometown opens up for me to segue back here. That office closes, and then I end up going back into an industry that I hadn't been in for a decade to acting in Chicago, which I honestly previously didn't think possible. I didn't even know there was an industry here now,
Right.
back in 2017, leading up to just the types of roles I've been able to get. I mean, I can be saying this just because I played them, but they've all meant something for me to me. You know what I'm saying? I've
Yep.
learned something from every single time I've set foot on a set. Because not only am I paying attention to what I'm supposed to be doing, because it's a crazy world in there, man. Oh my gosh. But I'm paying attention to how the entire machine works so that
Mm,
I can better fit seamlessly into that machine whenever I've been on set. Not just for reasons of professionalism, but because I want to know how the entire thing works, not just my little piece of it.
right. Right.
So yeah, you got to take advantage of opportunities, even if you have no idea what's going to be on the other side of that leap of faith. As you know, I'm a single parent. It's responsibilities. You got a lot to lose, like to take a gamble like that on yourself.
Yep.
And then having to trust you, me. There are days I've wanted to quit. It gets rough. The rejection, the feelings of, God, why couldn't I be born to be a dentist or something? Just like, get good grades in school, go to dental college, boom, pass
Right.
the exams and things. Just something more finite. There's a map for that particular career path that you know already and you just follow it with schooling and great marks or whatever it is, right? But arts and entertainment, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it's a different bird.
It, right. Right. And it's yeah, it's one that bless y'all for being in it because
we,
I don't know if
I
I've got the
promise you we
stomach
didn't
for it.
choose it. We would change it if we would.
I don't
Okay.
know if I got the stomach for it. Let me throw us. We got comments coming in. There goes Jay. You know, and Pink Wade talking. Hey,
Yay!
divine timing.
Hey!
Let them use you. It's like
Let
let
him
them
use all day, every day, all the
preach.
time. Organ
Uh,
music. Oh my
and 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 then wow, you gotta trust the timing of your life. So um
What? You preach,
the
preacher.
clownery, no man, no, I'm here to
Guide and
guide the
facilitate.
conversation, the guide the conversation.
Right on.
Oh, that's some good coffee. So yeah, so everything. I mean, like all the pieces, had they just led together like so seamlessly. It was just, I think the craziness of it, just the craziness of like I said, the office in Florida shut down for you to be able to move to Chicago, for there to be an actual acting industry in there that a lot of people don't know about.
Right?
And
Yeah,
then
hello.
just to
We're on the
be
map,
there at the right time. It's like,
which was unbeknownst to me until I was back here.
right, right. So until you're in it, sometimes you don't know that you're about to be in it, but there's a
I
reason for you
mean,
to be in it.
what do
Hi.
we really know anyway? What do we really know? I wake
Nothing.
up every
Nothing.
day and saying, okay, I surrender, dear God. I don't know shit. Use me. And yes, I cuss. Okay, God knows my heart. I'm not even gonna get into. Listen, I'm me, and
Yeah, fuck
that
it.
is a kaleidoscope.
It's a good thing I'm not monetized on YouTube because all this would be demonetized if I was, but
Oh
who
no,
cares?
oh God.
I mean,
Seriously, that's the
it doesn't
rule?
matter. I think that's a rule. Yeah, yeah. That's the craziness of
That's
YouTube.
rough.
Yeah, it's stupid. But
Mm.
whatever. Can't censor what you can't pay for. So fuck it.
I mean, I'm
So
just
here we go.
rebellious.
So here we
Why are
are.
you rebellious? Lord Jesus.
Because I'm not at 1,000 subscribers yet. But hey, guess what? Y'all can go ahead and click the subscribe button on YouTube right
Uh,
now. Like, share,
yes.
subscribe, and all of that such. Man, that was forced and was horrible. This is
Oh
horrible.
God, what is happening right now?
Like,
What
this
are
is
you
what
doing?
YouTube. This is what you got to say when you're on YouTube. Anyways, um, yeah. So you've got all that happen. A lot of interlacing connectivity. A lot of things that are still in the works.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah. So what else is going on outside of acting? So
That's
so you
so
got
shady.
you hold on. We gonna throw a comment up here before we go into the yeah.
Is it? There's a comment. You
You
are.
all are good. You can't cuss
You
within the
are.
first 5 minutes. Oh, it's 5 minutes. So it's a 5 minute
Oh,
rule. Got it. Bam.
really?
There we go. I guess
But that makes
I'm
it
roll with it.
crazier. What's important about the first 5 minutes with no what? Oh
Man,
my
look,
gosh.
YouTube has so much foolery going on with it, but it's one of the fairs that pays out their creators. So,
Okay,
but
fair enough. I mean, yeah,
yeah,
but you got to churn out content to make a buck on YouTube. I just, I put up a channel a while ago on your question.
what's
My
that channel?
alter ego.
Let's
Did I
talk
name
about that
it
channel.
Libra Starseed 10-1 Tarot? I should know that, shouldn't I? I'm pretty sure it's that what
I
I just said.
mean, it's right there. I got your back. Boom, down there at the bottom.
Okay.
Y'all can link up to
Oh, look at
IG,
that.
TikTok,
Look, it's like Home
all of the
Shopping
things.
Network. Look at it. So, the other thing I do is something that the Catholicism that I grew up with says I'm not supposed to do or be able to do. But I'm not going to lead with I'm a tarot card reader. But I mean, I do read tarot, but I'm a psychic medium. What is a psychic medium? It's a person who is painfully psychic to the
I shook
point
my
of
coffee.
being able to receive communication with discarnates, otherwise known as your loved ones who have gone on to be with the Lord. Um, and that was brought about by a massive crack over the head of a spiritual awakening / journey that I've continued to be on after my mom's passing 3 years ago. Um, I've always told people, anybody that knows me knows they've heard me say I'm psychic at least once. And I was only half serious when I used to say this. Like, I kind of knew that I kind of saw some things before they happened just throughout my life growing up. But I had no idea that I was a medium. I wanted no parts of being a medium. But lo and behold, that's what I am. How did I discover this? When my mom passed, just within the throes of grief, obviously. And yes, I myself thought I was crazy. I myself thought that I was wrapped up in the throes of grief. But to myself, two things I decided. One, I need an entirely new life now because my
Mm.
mom's not here anymore. And two, I know that I can still talk to her or at least hear her talk to me. So
Right.
I need to become the best person I can be. One, so I live a good, clean, wholesome life so that I can get to where she is now. That's what I
Mm.
decided. And I had no idea what I was asking for. So yeah, I've very much received, and I have gone to mediums myself with the Forever Family Foundation. And I found the Forever Family Foundation by way of a book called, um, oh my goodness, Signs by Laura Lynn Jackson, who is one of the certified mediums with the Forever Family Foundation. A long story short, I started my own journey after speaking to these mediums where they could not have possibly known these intimate things about my mom that were told to
Right.
me.
Right.
Um, and my angle was not to become a professional medium at all. I just wanted to talk to my mom because I knew that I could in this weird, strange way, right? But
Hmm.
then I quickly learned you don't get to just open up your clairs and use it for yourself. That's not what you have that for, Angela. And believe you me, this is like, it couldn't be written better, because how am I a singer, songwriter, actress, and then whenever I'm not on stage, I am now a full-time uh, psychic medium on a service called Purple Ocean. I also have an Etsy shop. But I decided along the way of my journey with mediumship, opening my clairs, meditation, shedding all of my karmic weight traumas, all of the things so that I could hear spirit more clearly. I was like, oh crap, I can't keep this to myself. The day I realized I was a medium, I did an in-person reading for someone nearby, a house call, and I cried all the way home. I cried all the way home, and for days, I did not want to be a medium. I didn't.
Yep.
But then I went ahead and settled into those shoes, as strange as they appear. Listen, you know, there's so many parts of my social circle that have had a hard time understanding. It's very easy to dismiss me as, okay, Angela's always been crazy, so she's just gone that much more crazy. Hey man, fine, because I've been called worse things for less noble reasons. But I decided along this journey that it would be the most selfish thing I could do to not read for other people.
Right.
And recently, so let me explain how it works. A medium cannot just dial up your loved one. We simply cannot do that. It's like being a one-way telephone that a person's passed on loved one chooses to pick up or not. There are a lot of factors. That person's loved one has to decide if am I the right vibration that day? Am I going to convey their messages to their loved one properly? You know what I'm saying? There's a
Yep.
whole lot that goes into it. Um, and it's very it's work. It's a lot of work to neutrally but lovingly receive people who are in grief. But because of what the loss of my mom, that grief did to me, and having the ability to communicate with people in the great beyond, if I can use that to help someone else's grief be less of a shit show, then I have to. I have no choice. Well, of course I have a choice because we all have free will. That's
Right.
another question for another class. But uh, a
Yeah, it is.
class we've been to lots of times. Um, I mean, listen, my reason for jumping into mediumship shoes, and it's not a lot of what I do. You know, I do future readings for people. I answer a plethora of types of questions: love, finance, family, past, present, future. Sometimes I'm a spy. I'm just going to call myself a spy because on Verbal Ocean, I offer a service called, your person's thoughts and feelings, where I tap into, by way of telepathy, someone's got an ex-boyfriend, they want to know if they're coming back. I tap into what that person is thinking at that time, and based on the energy, what their likely actions are. You know what I'm saying? Because the future isn't set in stone. I feel like I'm going all over the place. Stop me anytime. I just don't get to
You're
talk about this stuff.
you're good.
um, so yeah, that's my spy. I'm lovingly and jokingly calling telepathy my spy service because, it's essentially what I'm doing. It's energetic spying
Right.
and, pieces of remote viewing, apparently. Just what? What? As far as I was ever concerned, I was only here to sing and perform in this life, and that was my purpose.
Nope. Wrong.
I was just gonna say, what's the
Nope.
old slogan? Man makes plans, God laughs. That's so
Right.
true. That's so true.
So we got a question coming up from there goes Jay.
What? Why
Tuning in,
didn't you
tapped
want?
in.
Oh, why didn't I want to be a medium?
Here we go.
The answer to that started 20 years ago when I picked up my first tarot deck. When I was in the process of becoming a teen mom to my now adult son. I actually worked for Miss Cleo's Psychic Network before there was a Purple Ocean app that's like really cool and tech and forward thinking. Um, and as I do now, I also read for friends off the clock. I did a reading where a former boss, like a boss of my friend, it looked that she was leaving the company, but I just couldn't see her at all anymore anywhere. And my friend was asking, well, does she get fired? Or I'm like, I just don't see her anymore. And I couldn't explain why I didn't see this woman's existence anywhere. A week later, my friend told me that her boss passed away from a heart attack. I was 20 years old when I did that reading, and I put away tarot and never picked it up again until almost a year ago this month, when I, started doing full on psychic everything. So I didn't want to be a medium because, one, the weight of it. Two, it 100% went against everything I've ever been taught about religion, which, of course, that was a part of my ego death. And that's yet another question for yet another class.
Oh, we listen. It's been how long
What are
since
we, two
since I
hours
since I,
in?
no, not even that. It's been how long since I tried to get you on the show and it hasn't happened. So we just going into all of the things
Okay,
while I
fine.
while I got you.
It's a buffet of things.
It's
I'm a buffet of things.
it's interesting because I had something similar when my grandma passed, and I think people have heard me say this had this this topic before. I know you've heard it before, but it's very similar. Grandma passed, and basically saw something in the house go up into the
Mm-hmm.
ether. My mom
Mm.
saw it too, so I know it wasn't crazy. And it'll say, yeah, I'm like, yo, because I'll tell the story real quick. So my grandma hated me being up late at night watching television. Hated it. My granddad did not give two damns. So he would let me just whatever. So I was watching Nick at Night. I was having a good old time, way past the bedtime that I should have been up and out. And yeah, something came from the bedroom, went through the kitchen. I was like, that looks like it's going for a snack. I am not going to be here when it gets done eating whatever, and I'm out. Left the lights on, left everything on, boom. Went and got in
Mm-hmm.
bed. But yeah, pretty much that was like days after my grandma, after her funeral, I believe. So yeah, so I pretty much know what that was. But at that point in time, to your point, I was like, nope. I said, God, I don't want to see none. Nope, don't take. I don't want to see nothing like. I don't want to see no more stuff. So it's just it's one of those things, man. Like you just if you're not prepared for it, you just don't know how to deal with it, and you're just yeah, it can freak you the heck out. And I was like, take it away, and it got taken away for quite a while.
Speaking of which, I feel like I'm sorry, a channel opened up as you were talking while we're on the subject. I just heard you're retelling it wrong. There's something about what you just said about that story that you're retelling wrong or you're leaving something out. I'm seeing someone who had like an even mixture of not salt and pepper hair, but it was like a lot of gray, but there was still a lot of black. Press and curl, maybe a little flip curl toward the end of the hair. And then it kind of rests on the shoulder of the person, maybe when she was younger. I'm not sure who this is. But somebody said you didn't tell the story right. In a
So
funny way. In a funny way, though.
we're gonna
Ooh, did I just fuck you up?
move on from there.
Woo!
Yeah.
Oh my God. What did I do? Yes. So to your point, Jay, this is why I didn't want to be a medium, because sometimes I fucking scare people. And then it throws
Or
people off because, I talk like a sailor sometimes.
you just make them emotional because
It,
their hair is soft.
oh,
So yeah. Coffee Ground Live, ladies and gentlemen. I wish we had at this moment. We'll be right back with a message, but we don't have that. So we got to keep it pushing.
yes. Now, my
And I
question
knew,
to you.
immediately when I knew I would see your face. I was like, oh Lord, she doesn't. She
Oh,
hears
when
it.
I
So
went this way,
yeah. I was like, here we go.
look here. She sat right down in the center of my chest as soon as you
Like, here we
started telling
go.
the story.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's the other thing about mediumship.
Can't turn
When
it off,
people
turn it
show
on.
up, well, let's just be funny about it. It's like freaking Whoopi Goldberg in Ghost.
Yep.
Let me make fun of it for a second, since there's nothing I can do about it. So yeah, your person just showed up, sat right down. It feels like a physical sensation of something. It's probably a hit to the solar plexus area when I know that someone in spirit has just entered the quote unquote building. I had the same thing happen the other day. I was reading, I was channeling for a young lady who um, lost both of her parents when she was very young. I believe she's in her mid-20s now. Um, and hey, on those occasions, I just leave myself open to spirit, God in them, the Holy Ghost, the Holy
God,
Trinity,
God
as
in them.
as a lot of us have come to, be taught it. I just call God a different name. All right, He knows my heart. But I was able to make contact for her. Her dad also showed up for a split second, and when I give a mediumship reading, I give it with evidence. Evidence meaning specific personality traits, specific physical characteristics. A person that comes through may direct me to like a family event that only family would know, to send through me as, hey, hi, this is actually me here. I'm trying to talk to you, loved one, still, incarnated in a body,
Yep.
essentially. How many subjects have we touched at this point?
Ah, a few.
Oh my God.
But it's all one through line. It's all divine timing. It's all
Yeah,
divine timing.
yeah,
Here we go.
very much so.
There go Jay with the mind
Oh,
blown.
I see, mind blown. So all of that to say, it hold on, I gotta reject the phone. So sorry. It was scary at first to know these things and then not understand why I could know and see and feel this kind of stuff. And then I went further on the spiritual journey, which led me on more discovery of my spiritual gifts, more opening of the clairs, still writing music, still going on auditions,
Right.
single parenting. One's in the living room right now watching Steven Universe. And then once I started taking clients on Purple Ocean, that is what I am doing majority of the time with myself, if not splitting the difference. What did I start calling it? Double whammy days. Like on the day that I have like heavy readings and I have a deadline to turn something in on the music side, because I am working on an album right now. What did I call it? I'm gonna remember as soon as we're done.
Yeah, because I can't
Dang
think
it.
of it.
Dang it. She's still here, by the way, and not appreciating the fact that I'm not continuing with you right now. So you let me know what you want me to do.
We'll continue that conversation offline.
You got it. You got it. Just for the record, she's basically pushing a finger into my solar plexus.
Right. Right.
So I got you. I'll hold this one for you as long as I
Go,
physically can.
There goes there. There goes Jay. I've had a similar experience with dreams, and see, that's the and see, Jay. I'm glad you said that because dreams are, I think, where a lot of that stuff begins. And yeah, dreams is, and it's funny that people believe that loved ones or other folks will talk to them through dreams, but they don't. They don't follow through
Yeah.
other ways outside of dreams. So
Well, because the brain is really good at blocking things that aren't logical or reasonable, which is why meditation is a huge part of the work or self-care and the fine-tuning of like having myself open enough to even receive messages, visions, this, that. Some mostly it's a clear audience from the ear.
yep,
Wonderful experiences with ear ringing when I download something new. I'm gonna have to
yep.
be here like 10 more times to finish explaining these things.
Right. I was just thinking because what one of the things I was thinking we would talk about would be the healing journey, but we're already like 45 minutes in. So
Hey, I'll come back. I'll come back again. Let's bring potluck next time and talk recipes too.
because I think for any type of spiritual gift, is the healing journey is important part of it, and
Oh,
that's a whole conversation in and of itself.
that's a TED talk,
That's a
like a
whole
two
that's a
hour
whole
one.
episode by itself. All right, that's a whole episode by itself. There goes Jay. Can you do my medium?
Yes, I can do your mediumship next.
Woo, buddy, you don't know what you asking for. Jay, what we said earlier, this ain't what you want. I'm just kidding. You know, you don't get cussed out by your grandma from on the other side, dude.
Oh,
Anyway, so yeah, so we're like 48 minutes in.
okay, people are bored of us now.
We're gonna no, they're not. Trust me, they're not. We're gonna put a pin in, but I'm going to put you on the spot. You're gonna come back and we'll talk
Yeah.
about like the healing journey, divine masculine, divine feminine, all that kind of
Ooh,
yeah.
ooh, I get to go in on the healing
Right. Yep.
journey? Yes. Okay, I'm
Yep.
ready. I'll do it.
Because
Hold me to it. Hold me to it. I'll do it.
this thing would be a whole nother hour and a half
I
long
know.
if we went into it
I
now.
know. I know it. And I probably channeled the vast majority of this entire interview.
So
My hands are
there
off the
goes
wheel when the channel opens.
there goes Jay. Right.
What do you think?
So
He's so kind.
so I know I got all of the handles down there at the bottom. I would like to say
Yes,
this is the
thanks.
cleanest that the internet has been either way, like any of these live ones that I've done. So that's interesting. But so
Ooh.
where people can find you on IG, on TikTok, on the
On TikTok is the Libra Star C101 Tarot. I post free general readings on multiple topics per zodiac sign. They're all timeless, so you can go check out your zodiac and what I've had to say about love, money, career, all of the things. I also frequently post them to the Libra Star Seed Instagram as well. For all things in what I do for arts and entertainment, that is Angela the Superstar on IG. So that's where I post updates on the next gig, the next show, the next whatever. Double life.
you're like Batman.
Hey, I call it the bat phone.
Exactly.
I call it the bat phone.
Any so before we wrap this up, close this down.
Okay.
Any final thoughts?
Final thoughts. Let's see. I'm going to go with words of encouragement. As a 41-year-old single mother in the entertainment industry, please, no matter what age you are, do not let anyone tell you that the clock has stopped ticking on your chance to restart or enter such a thing in arts, entertainment, music, whatever it is, director, composer. There's no such thing as age on this thing. Do not let anyone tell you that. On the spiritual side, just keep going. Just no matter what falls down in your path or gets in your way, you will pause for a second. You might even skid your knee. Get up and keep going. I, at one point, did not think I could. and I put myself on autopilot to do so. And I lead pretty quiet, balanced life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
it gets better. It gets better. That's what I'm trying to say. Period. It does.
There you go. Just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming. Yes, Dory.
just keep swimming. So,
Oh God.
so it's not a show unless there's some type of Disney reference in there. Anyway, so
Look here.
you're
We
going
need to close this so we can
right.
go on regular video because your granny, bruh,
Yep,
she's persistent.
I know. That's why I am closing this out. Listen, appreciate you being here. That's why I've got the music playing.
Yes. Oh, is this my exit music?
We're going to talk next time about the healing journey.
Oh no.
And,
Okay.
Coffee Grind Live, another show in the books. Appreciate everybody being out here to like, share, subscribe, all those things. As always, we love you. Wait a minute, I messed up the music. Hold on, I got to loop this back in.
No,
here
it's
again.
fading. Awesome. It's fading.
Yeah, but it's supposed to
What'd you
fade
do?
into the next part. It's supposed to we're gonna loop it again. Hold on, it's gonna loop back. It's gonna loop back. We got to get it. There we go. Now I can do a proper sign off. All right, Coffee Grind Live. Appreciate you being here. Like, share, subscribe, all the things. You can now see us on YouTube Music underneath podcasts. Yeah, so that's the thing now. But as always, appreciate y'all being out. Live life on purpose. I love you. Namaste.
I can't dance. Wait, what do I do?